In today's episode of The Next Big Thing, we look at the power of audio and the 5 things it can do for your business. Number 1, build trust. Number 2, communicate value and benefits. Number 3, convey emotions and associations. Number 4, grab attention. And number 5, connect with your customers through storytelling. The Big Bang! What's the first thing you think of when I say those words? The origins of the world, the reason why we all exist, and all that stuff, I'm sure. But it's highly probable that the Big Bang was the very first sound in the universe. On that note, welcome to The Next Big Thing, where we discuss your business and your potential to reach for the sky, to become the next big thing. My name is Sriram Iyer, or Shri, and at the end of this podcast, if you feel like, whoa, I get all this, but what should I do? You're welcome to make direct contact with me. I've put my details at the end of the podcast, so please do stay in touch. A few million years later, humans developed the ability to hear each other and as a result, communicate with each other. In 1876, when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, it opened up a new world where voice, the sound of it, the meanings it conveyed through word, all of that became incredibly powerful. And it led to probably one of the most potent words in the world, trust. And that brings me to the number 1 reason why you must use audio in your content. Using the richness of audio, a business can genuinely build lasting trust. Your ability to verbally communicate to an audience and gain their trust as a result is something you mustn't take lightly. So, if you're a business owner and you've never considered using audio as a legitimate communication channel, or if you're wondering why you should invest time researching it, then one of our top 5 reasons is trust. You see, when trust breaks down, it erodes the relationship. When businesses feel, how can I get new customers? Central to the answer to that question is trust. When a prospective customer knows they can trust you, your products or services, it results in a positive relationship, which will in due course lead to the desired outcomes. So the number 1 reason to use audio in your communications is to build trust. Number 2, let's again go back to the question of why do we buy? You might be a business owner, but long before you became one, and for as long as you continue to exist on this planet, you will be something else. You will be a consumer. Would you buy something if you see no benefit to yourself or your family? Would you become a customer if there was no value being added to your life? Would you take that credit card out if you didn't derive some type of happiness, directly or indirectly, from it? Recently, I developed severe back and neck issues, and that's when I bought a sit-stand desk. Why? Because I wanted something that benefited me. I needed a solution to an issue that I had. I wanted to feel happy about my physical and mental health. So, number 2 reason to use voice or audio in your content strategy is to be able to communicate the benefits, the value, in a way that is more compelling and helpful, in a way that sticks. Number 3, our beautiful mind tends to form associations and relevant emotions. For example, when we think Jetstar, we think cheap, affordable. When we think Qantas, we think reliable, comfortable. When we think of our families, our near and dear ones, we think warm, love. In the current situation, it might evoke emotions of concern, worry. And the magic of sound and verbal communication can do that. When the mind hears certain words, it immediately can conjure up the emotions you want your prospective customer to experience. Think of this from a personal level. Let's say you're a mother and that your 12-year-old boy has not returned home after seeing his friends. And despite your best efforts, you are not able to reach him. You spend hours worrying, fretting, regretting. And then the phone rings and you hear him say, "Hello." And that one word can send a torrent of relief through your body. That one word that you hear, remember, you haven't seen him yet, can create a welcome set of emotions that might include love, care, and lots more. This is all, of course, before you yell at him for not being in touch. So, my dear business owner, what's the third reason to use audio? Well, the answer is so that you can convey and encourage certain associations and emotions. Number 4, think of your life and the one thing you're most attached to. Would I be right in saying it's a screen or screens rather? Your cell phone with its bazillion apps, television, iPad, smartwatch. I could go on, but you get the point, yeah? Audio-only content allows our eyes to get a much-deserved break. It allows our ears to absorb themselves into what's coming into them. It allows us humans who've become multitasking robots the space to actually process new information, to be able to generate genuine insights. And that's a true gift, isn't it? What else can you derive from audio-based content? Well, you get someone's attention. And that is our point number 4. Do you remember the last time you were truly fascinated with a story? One that captivated you? Okay, how about the first time that happened? I'm going to make a complete guess and say that it was probably you as a little toddler listening to your mother or your father happily wrapped around their little finger, completely transfixed, holding on to every word in the story. Now imagine you being the source of such a story, from a business context of course, and your prospective customer being the one who is truly, madly, deeply fascinated with your story. You get the point. Storytelling in the audio medium is magnetic in its appeal. And that is our point number 5. So these were the top 5 reasons that demonstrate the power of audio in your business. Hopefully you found that useful and valuable. Feel free to subscribe to this podcast. This is the first of many. You can also email me on shriram@businessnirvana.com and tell me what you think. Or even better, pick up that phone and call me on 0424 287 904. Stay tuned. Next week, we'll have another episode of The Next Big Thing. And I would love for it to be your business.